So regular viewers might remember a couple of weeks ago I got two Dyson DC14s at like £5 each, I think. And you might remember this one, how it was absolutely disgusting. Didn't look bad on video obviously, but in real life, whoo, it ponged. But anyway, this Dyson has underwent the Hoover Master treatment and is now pretty darn spotless. I've just tested it, so yes, there will be little bits and pieces there. But this is actually going to, if you remember, maybe 2 weeks ago, I had an identical machine. Apart from it had the original tools. I'll explain that later. It's going to the same buyer who bought that. They are so impressed with it and like it so much they want another for, I think it's for the upstairs. Not too sure. But this one's had a few more new parts than the last one had. Obviously the tools are all replacements. They aren't new, but they're genuine. I'll explain why. Again, as I say, it's a slight bit dusty because I have tested it, but it doesn't affect performance. We have a new pre-motor filter, just a pattern one, and it's all clean in there. Again, as I say, light dust because I have tested it. That's cool. In there is spotless. I'm so confident I will, hang on if I can do it with one hand, empty it all over my floor and nothing will come out. It's had a new post filter, as most of my Dyson refurbs get. It's had a new clutch and a new motor. So under here is all nice and clean. And it's also had new internal hose, so it's had pretty much new everything. I say new everything, new parts that often wear out. So there's the cable. It is a slightly bit crinkly because the previous owner, I always wrap them like that, but the previous owner had wrapped it like that. I don't actually know what the correct way to do it is, but I always thought that because the grip angle's down, so I thought wind the cord down, if you get what I mean. Sorry about that. Let's have a look at the wand, which is nice and clean now. Hose is also original. Didn't wash up the best. I can never wash hoses completely, but it's fine. Let's pop the wand down, like so. I will show it running in just a moment. So this one only had a crevice tool when I bought it, and the crevice tool was quite ruined. It looked like it had been rammed under a few bits of furniture and along skirting boards in its time, so I went rummaging, and I have got some brand new tools actually in my stock, but then I thought, oh, I found this, and then thought, oh wait, then I found this and thought, oh wait, I've got two grey ones, and then I found that and just put all grey ones on it. So it should have the darker, that colour tools, but actually stand out a bit, so the owner will realise that that is actually a tool and not just some funky decoration. I had somebody say that once. I got given one of these and I said, what's with this funky bit on the side? And I said, that's a crevice tool. Obviously, again, I actually used a brush as well. I mean, if I'm going to test a Dyson, I might as well put it through everything, so there's slight bits of dust caught on the brush, but that's to be expected. It will get used. I highly doubt the customer it's going to is just going to put it for show on their upstairs. I'm pretty sure it will be used on the carpets. So the brush roll's all nice and clean. There might be a couple little bits caught in there, because I've said it before, and I'll now say it again. I have tested it. New internal hose really makes it brilliant on carpets. It is a wee bit scuffed, because it is not a brand new vacuum cleaner. Believe it or not, it isn't brand new. This is 10 years old. But it's ready for at least another 10 years of vacuuming. Killed by a pencil that had lodged itself in a hose and collected plenty of dog hair. But the motor was quite worn, so I tend to replace them most of the time. Let's go plug this in. Hang on a second. Okay, so I've plugged it in. They actually sound really noisy on camera, but actually these pattern 1600 watt motors are actually quite quiet compared to other Dysons. So what happens every time I refurbish one of these and go and test it, I think, oh, wow, I really want one of these. Then I go into the garage, pick up my DC07, use it, and then think, I instantly don't want a Dyson. Happy with my V6, which you can see over there. But anyway, that's fine. I much prefer using like this, likes of this to a DC07, because they're much lighter. As I say, I always thought they were just much lighter, and I prefer the hose setup. So in case you couldn't tell, I prefer the DC14 over the DC07. So that's that. Another DC14 ready to be released into service. I have got another DC14 to refurbish, an Origin DC14, and I have a Dyson DC33 multi-floor to refurbish. You've seen the DC33, but you haven't seen the DC14. Then I've got a DC25 to move on to, then I've got a Henry to do. Yeah, and then I'm going to do a couple of collection pieces, but that's me sorted for the next little while. Thank you very much for watching, and yeah, see you later.